We are finally getting around to putting on these K3 LA or whatever you want to call them, horn blasters, train horns. They are true train horns, air chime, on the Dade Taxi. And we're gonna be getting these babies installed. I've started looking at them. Originally, my wife Amber bought these for me to put on my mega cab, and we're modifying some of the ports and things on them. We're gonna mount them on the Dade Taxi and make them work. So they should work. I've just got to go to Napa. They're closing in like 5 minutes to get some fittings to hook up to the truck, and thankfully these things already have airlines on them from the factory, or it's not airlines obviously, but can't even think of the word right now. Air tanks on it, air compressor. So it's just a matter of mounting them up and hooking up a few airlines, and we've got working train horns on this baby. So I'm gonna jet over to Napa, grab the fittings we're gonna make or use, and I'm gonna explain everything we're doing on this train horn install. Made it back from Napa, and I've got a couple fittings here. I'm going to show you on the horns right here why I went over to Napa and got some different fittings. And I think I met, well, that ain't, dang, that is not going to work. Anyhow, we got to plug off this hole in the bottom here because we're going to be mounting these horns right back here on the back of the truck. And I'm a big old dummy. Dang it. I thought it'd be slick having these come out right there, but it's not going to work because they're going to hit right there. Well, that ain't going to work. So, we may have to go to Napa's closed now. We may not get anything done today. So as crazy as this may sound, we just walked in the shop and I dug through my junk drawer and I found some fittings here that will work. They're not pretty, but they've never been used. They've just been rolling around. So the reason we're putting them in the side here is because we're going to mount these horns flush to the flat piece of metal right here at the back of the truck. And in order to do that, we've got to plug off the original port that would have been the intake for air to make the horns work with this plug right here. And we're going to feed it in from the sides. And since we're necking down from, I'm not sure what pipe thread this is, to a smaller pipe thread, I'm going to do 2 intakes for it. So they're going to have 2 hoses going into one here to try to give it more airflow. You know, we'll see. So should be able to tighten these babies down into here, and then we can hook some air up to them, and we'll put some pipe tape on this one and we'll run that one down. And once we got these plugged off ready to go, we're gonna work on drilling some holes and mounting them right here at the back of the truck on the inside. So now I've got both of our fittings put here on the valve on the train horn setup. I've got our plug screwed in the bottom of it here. I've got it tight as tight as it'll possibly go. I've got to grind it flat with this surface, because this surface is going to be going up against a flat piece of steel. So this is the only style plug I could find. So I'm going to grind this down, and once it's in there, that baby's in there. And just like that, folks, she's flush. Next, what I'm doing is we've got some airlines right here in these brackets. We're going to end up having to remove and move them somewhere else. So I'm going to get these things unbolted and move them out of the way temporarily until we get our horns in here where we need them. And then we can remount all this stuff. I don't know where we want to put it quite yet. So now that I've got everything out of our way, our horns are going to sit right down in here, just like that. Now we're going to do a little bit with these airlines and stuff, I'm sure, but these babies are going to sit right about there. And keep in mind, all this is going to be covered up because we're doing an Iowa Customs deck plate too. So I'm going to see if I can get our clamps put in here and try to get this thing kind of maneuvered where we want it. Need to get it centered too, so have to go get some measuring apparatus. All right, so you guys can see our license plate tag and our rear tail lights are kind of all, gosh dang, get out of here. Anyways, our license plate and all this stuff's right here, but it's all about to go away because we're gonna be putting a center light panel in there And when we do that, it's actually going to cover the horns up, which will work out because we don't really want them to be seen, just want them to be heard. So the lights and all that will be out of the way. I'm going to unbolt this tag light because we're never going to use that. We're never going to put a tag on the back of the truck, just on the front. But the horns look nice and level right where they're at. I've got it mounted there, and all of our air lines clear with no issues also. Right here I've got our other air line for, we're going to end up moving our rear lines from back there on the catwalk to back here to hook to our trailer in about a month. So this baby just barely goes right through here and still connects into its home where it needs to right there. So that works out freaking perfect. Couldn't be happier with that. So I'm gonna mark these holes and we're gonna drill some holes. For now we're gonna put some 1/2 inch, seriously, come on. Who?
Cam and Corey.
Why, how'd they have that?
Huh?
Why do they have that?
Corey bought it. He got rid of his building. He got it.
Anyways, a bunch of dummies right here locally. We're gonna mark these holes right here and drill them. For now, we're gonna put 1/2 inch regular nickel-plated hardware in it. Then we get back up to Tennessee, or tomorrow, we're gonna end up putting stainless stuff in it for sure. Probably a stainless Allen head style bolt, kind of like what's right here, and for a good clean look. So get these things marked and get these holes drilled. Those look pretty straight if I do say so myself. All right, so we're gonna open these holes up a little bit bigger now. That drill bit's hot as fire. We're eventually gonna move all the way up to a 1/2 inch if it don't rain on us. It's starting to sprinkle. Just lovely. Yikes, them some cutting drill bits right there, boys. Ay, ay, ay. Shout out my father-in-law Chris for getting our whole shop replumbed with new airlines, and we got hose reels from the ceiling now. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock these burrs off here so when we do mount the air horns up, they've got a nice flat surface to go against. I also removed our tag light and tag holder right here. So that baby's gone. Did away with that pad. So now, to seal up our holes here, because obviously we have bare metal, we're gonna throw a little bit of paint on there. And you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, Bruce, why are you putting black spray paint on your beautiful blue frame? Well, that's because we're gonna be sanding this whole frame down and repainting it when we do the deck plate. So a little bit of black paint here to prevent this rust from happening is no big deal. And a little bit of running paint, it's not gonna hurt it either. Now that we've done that, we'll let it dry for a minute and I'll wipe it off and the holes will be filled full of paint. All right, a little bit of brake clean on a rag, ain't gonna hurt it. Like I said, we're repainting it. Not worried about it. Get that spray paint off there. Our holes are still treated with some paint so they don't rust. There we go. All right, time to put our horns on. Stainless hardware in this horn blasters kit, and we're gonna use it. It's 3/8 hardware, but it should do the job. Probably shouldn't be, I'm making a big mistake here using an impact. Screw it, literally. Somebody like in the comments, oh, you should never use an impact on your stainless. All right, now let's make sure they're nice and straight. Looks good to me. You heard I'm drinking more than I should, and I ain't been looking all that good. Them babies are already locked down just like that. They probably won't even come loose now, watch. Oh. Yeah, they will, whatever.
Screw it.
All right, let's get these bottom ones. We'll call it a day. This thing will be where it's supposed to be. There we go. Man, still had train horns. I can't even talk. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Now let's find a home for this to go under here. Back over to this side. Like a freaking glove. Are you kidding me? Like an absolute glove. Couldn't get no better than that. Now we're gonna take this baby. Go right here in her home. Boom! Bada bing, bada boom, bada bang. Okay, last but not least is our electric hoses here, which they're gonna end up getting moved anyways here shortly because of we're gonna be doing the light panel back here, so we're gonna run them back around here and then we'll zip tie them all up. Hopefully I'm hooking them in. That's the right stop lamp. Yep. Oop, pop that in place. Go back in your hole. And our reverse lamp. Now we'll get some zip ties. Zip tie these mother truckers up here. Just like that. Peterbilt should come with these babies from the factory. I tell you what. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and fit our air lines. I haven't zip tied anything up yet, but I'm going to go ahead and fit our air lines here for the horns. So that we can zip tie everything up and then start running our line to the front. Hopefully I got this where I need it to be because it's getting cut. I don't know if we're gonna have enough to. We're not gonna have enough to get to the front. This could be a problem. All right, here we go. Hook this one up. Into its home. Now I want these to kind of connect right here with this other fitting. Big old brass daddy. See, this right here really should be kind of tucked in there somewhere, a little bit better. Thanks to Peterbilt, they use all of the wire, even though they don't need all of it. So we'll tuck that right there and we'll re-zip tie that up. We're gonna put this baby right here just like that, and we'll probably zip tie it right there. And we kind of want that to go right here. Now I can zip tie it right there. Really, I guess we can make this a little bit shorter. Yeah, make it look a little bit cleaner. Just like that. All right, folks, so we've got the horns all mounted up. We've got our air lines pretty much where they need to be. We've got the electrical wires zip tied up. All that's left to do now is to run an air line. Let the bags go ahead and air back up, pick itself back up, and run an air line to the front of the truck. And I've got this big brake valve, which we're going to plug off so we can use the actual original horn cord on the front of the truck to activate these horns instead of using like a regular valve down here on your side. Those look cool, but like the horn cord would be a lot cooler. So, yep, we'll get the airline ran and go from there. Okay. Yeah, they don't want to Loctite them in case you do have to rebuild them.
Come back and hit you in the wrong spot.
Yeah, it did. What?
It wiggles.
Yeah, careful with all that there, sweetheart.
Sweetheart, who are you?
Just run it right there along with the other lines.
You doing it right?
Fuck, that hurt. Right here, let me see it. Let me try to get it in here with this. More than I should. All right, we got it going?
Got it going.
So, we've got this valve here, and it's actually a little big, I think, but we're gonna make it work. And we've got a main, basically in and out port here where air flows through it all the time. So, what we're gonna do is where air flows through in here and then out here all the time, we're gonna plug one side so air is just sitting here with pressure all the time. And we're gonna plug 3 of these ports right here, and we're gonna have one open. So whenever we apply pressure right here on our pull cord from the factory, it's gonna open from this port here to one of these 4, which we're only gonna end up using one. That sounds really confusing. And it's gonna let the horns activate. I was talking to my buddy Mike at RLC Motorsports, him and Brian. they put one of these valves on the truck and they put air to this. They pulled the cord and it wouldn't shut off. The train hose just stayed on. So what we're gonna have to do is when we hook an airline to this, we're gonna drill a little tiny hole. You guys will see that, to let the air bleed off. So after you've done honking your horns, the air goes away. So we're gonna get this baby mounted somewhere right here. I was kind of hoping to find some holes that were already drilled in the frame maybe, so we're not having to drill a bunch of new holes. Like right there might not be a bad idea. We really don't need, well, that is a bad idea because that's not gonna work. Yeah. I don't, oh, shoot, look at that. That ain't gonna work either. I don't know. We're gonna find somewhere to mount this thing out of the way. It's getting kind of dark, so we'll be cutting back out tomorrow, guys. See you then. All right. So we don't have a drill press here, so this is what we got to work with. Right through the asphalt. All right, there's that. We've got some bolts here already. So this bracket right here is going to hold our little valve. I decided to go ahead and continue filming a little bit. You see me okay, even though it's dark?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, baby. Get in your home. All right, that bolt's way the heck too long. Let me go get one about this much shorter.
Oh.
Okay, got a shorter bolt. Put this baby in her home. Bada bing, bada boom. Guess it might help if I got the right size socket. Good and tight. So I've got my airlines ran. You really couldn't see much of what we done underneath the truck, but I ran them inside of all the existing looms. There was enough play in the zip ties on everything in the truck that I was able to slide all the hoses in that area. So right now, if we pulled the cord and sent pressure to this valve, it would let air flow from our tank right here, which looks like it's about to freaking blow out of there. Hey. I was just calling to see how big of a hole do I need to drill in this thing. I've got a 1/16 of an inch drill bit.
Is this the Bruce Wilson from the YouTube channel?
This is.
Oh, I'm a big fan. Hey.
Well, Mr. Fan, sir, can you tell me what size hole I need to drill? Because it's 110 degrees out here in the sun.
There's about right here.
We don't have one of those nice air conditioned shops.
I'm not in the air conditioning shop today.
Ah.
So I'm in the same boat. Hey, smallest hole you can put in it.
1/16 of an inch.
Yeah, unless you got something smaller, but yeah, whatever. You don't need a lot. It literally just has to bleed off a very minor amount of pressure. So
Okay.
The smaller you can make it, the better off you are.
All right, I guess we'll find out, won't we?
Yeah. Have you pulled the hole? Have you tried it? And then it'd be like, oh, it don't shut off.
Not yet, no.
You probably should do it. It'd be funny.
All right, we'll figure it out. I appreciate it, sir.
Yes. See ya.
See you. Anyways, Brian had a good idea. It would be funny if we pulled it and it didn't shut off and you guys didn't know that was the case, but I've already told you guys what's up. So we're going to drill a little tiny hole right here in this valve and it should bleed pressure. And we know we've got a lot of air pressure there. It's kind of weird that that thing is out there like that, but I guess that's normal. So we're going to drill a little tiny hole right here in this valve. And we're going to try it. See if the horn works. Honk, honk.
Oh, I jumped out of my skin.
We need to make a bigger hole.
That's something we want on the camera.
What, you jumping?
I jumped like 2 feet up in the air.
Let's go to a 5/64. You guys notice how it's like a little bit delayed there, like when you let off the dealio there. So let's a little bit bigger. All right, now let's try it. Honk, honk, mother truckers. Is it loud? Yeah. There you have it. We've got our K3 train horns installed. Pretty bad units. Well, guys, we're gonna cut it here. We're planning on putting a fast fuel system on the semi and putting some new headlights in there. I'm gonna show you guys what we've got to put in the truck, but it's not gonna happen in today's video because it started monsooning outside and it's raining like freaking crazy. So maybe in tomorrow's video, we'll get these headlights put in on camera and get our fast fuel system put on. But we are officially heading out to Tennessee tomorrow, Wednesday night, to Rocky Top Diesel Shootout. Catch us up there. We're headed up to pick up Blue Collar, the cab over, and bring her home. And who knows what else we're going to get into, but catch us at Rocky Top Diesel Shootouts at Crossville Dragway in Tennessee. We'll be there all day Friday and all day Saturday. The lights we're putting in here are BTS lighting. They're the best things you can get for the Peterbilt 3D9. Great guys. I've seen them in trucks already. I haven't put them in my truck, but I'm super freaking pumped. So we're going to have all LED high and low beam and LED turn signals on the truck. So super pumped about that. Make sure you guys smash that like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe. Go to brucewilsonshop.com, grab your merch. All of our Will It Start t-shirts have shipped. I've had a few emails coming from some of you guys about the Tratter Taxi shirts. We were supposed to have those about a week ago. The printer company for the company that we have designed the t-shirts got backed up because they had like 3 employees out with COVID, and then literally the rest of their staff got COVID. So our shirts are supposed to be printing tomorrow, which is Wednesday, which was the day I was hoping to ship them all out to you. So it's going to be another week. I really apologize about that, but they are coming, guys. See you later. Peace.